お見事!
Hello everybody, welcome to our next playthrough. This is gonna be Metal Slug, a great SNK classic. I'm just gonna let the intro warm up a little bit. Yes, Metal Slug, Super Vehicle 001, 1996. This is one of my all-time arcade favorites, and let's just run through it. It's gonna be awesome. So Metal Slug itself, if you're wondering what the meaning is, I believe the creators, especially the one who was in charge of coming up with the name, he kind of coincidentally came up with a name that seems to make sense in English, Metal Slug, because you think of a slug as like a bullet, right? I don't think that he had that in mind. This right here, this vehicle is the Metal Slug, and what he meant was it's metal, but it moves slowly like a slug. That was his general idea, but it just seems to work perfectly fine, right? Metal Slug. Anyway, enough introductions. That's all the controls you need to know. Let's run through Metal Slug. And you're going to see in a minute, I have actually put this onto autofire, which is going to really help us out, especially when we're here in our pansy little typical gun mode. We have our machine gun like this. Things can move a lot faster, but when we have our little gun, yeah, it's not so good. Should I show the fire? Okay, I'll show it. I typically hesitate to get that. It's pretty cool looking, but the thing is, yeah, he just gives me another machine gun, which I take immediately, so it kind of makes it a moot point. Enemies give you all kinds of things. A lot of them are just like for points, like you just saw the letter back there. A lot of things are timed really well at this point. I've always loved this part of the game. It's just this really great fundamental beginning part. Okay, we got our little gun. There we go. Machine gun. And then there's our first chance to get into the Metal Slug, which basically just has unlimited, heavy machine gun. I could just tag that guy. There we go. There we go. And if we got hit, that gas can right there would give us more life, like I just got hit. And if I can make this come down, get the gas, we're back to normal. So the thing about this game is, if you notice, we're trying to rescue these guys, these POWs, who all look the same. It's like they're all the same guy. And the tricky part about it is, if you want the bonus points for getting them, and if you want to know what their names are, you have to stay alive. You cannot die once. And that's really hard. So I'm going to do my best here, and I'm using the one advantage that I'm going to keep, which is autofire. But that is by no means any guarantee. This is a really hard game. But it's the cool thing, as I said, is if you can actually get through it, without... Oh, and the Metal Slug jumps, by the way. And it ducks. And it jumps. And it ducks. It also shoots this cannon. There we go. Okay, so we survived. And we got 6 POWs along the way. Now we can see their names. Cody, Mikulikov, Namihira, Orestes, Creon, Edwards. I'm glad I was able to do that. I do not promise anything else past level 1, because that is really hard to do. There are some who can play this game so well. I've seen playthroughs... Oh, thanks, he gave me a turd. I've seen playthroughs of this game where people... If you ever see something like that, always try and hit it, because it's suspicious. There might be like some secret bonus. Let's keep on going. Get the teddy bear. Because yeah, I've seen playthroughs where people can just... Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. Okay. I've seen playthroughs where people could just go through it untouched. I'm not a total beginner to this game. I could not come close to that. I will get touched plenty of times. But we're going to try our best. We're going to save as many as we could possibly save. Within reason. Mushrooms. Oh, the poor froggy. And there's the temptation for the amateur is just to run through things and, you know, blast as fast as you can. Not really pay attention to what you're doing, where you're going. The cool thing about this game is it punishes that. It punishes trying to just blast through too fast, because some of these guys, the only way to save them is to shoot. The only way to save him is by being, like, reasonable, you know? I'll see if I can find some examples later in the game, but that's typically how it works. Okay, like, you can't just blast your way through every problem, even though that's the temptation. No, we're not gonna die. No, we are gonna die. I'm sorry, guys. I tried my best. Well, first death of the playthrough, coming in, you know, midway of stage 2. That's not too bad. Ooh, my favorite weapon, the shotgun. I love this one. I don't know what that is that he gave me, just some bonus for points. I definitely love this thing. Ooh. Okay, I think we're about to get to our second level boss. And let's take the heavy machine gun because, well, there's more bullets. There are more bullets, I should say. Oh, why did I walk into that? Look at how slow moving it is. I was just wasting my bullets anyway. Come on! Okay, and there's our first need to use a coin. Yeah, this is tricky. Come on. Your positioning is purposefully tricky. But it's like, this should be so easy. This should be so easy to dodge. I shouldn't lose one life to that thing. Oh, it turns out it was just a mid-boss. Ah! Why can I not hit that guy? There we go. Okay, we got our metal slug. Now I'll do a little bit better. I'm gonna promise you guys the best I can to try to save you all. We'll see if I can actually accomplish that. The thing is, whenever it does give you the metal slug, it also tends to amp up the difficulty in the area. But as I said, we'll try our best. There we go. Get some gas back. And I believe here is our real level 2 boss. And we got the metal slug again, so hopefully we can do a lot better. Oh, whoa! Why did I do that? There goes my cover. Yeah, some of the ways that these bosses move are just very, very unpredictable. Or they're very, you know, purposefully tricky. Ah, who's that? I guess I should say a few words about what we're actually doing. What this game is all about. I believe this person that we're fighting right now with this Saddam Hussein mustache is General Morden, which is the bad guy of the series. So who we are. I know this is level 2, I probably should have introduced before now. Our character is named Marco. Cool. Alright, we saved the 4 prisoners. Keith, Akimoto, Shunkopf, and Lohman. And I do like how they are all different kind of names, Japanese, European, all mixed together. Anyway, we're part of what's called Team Peregrine Falcon. And there's not a whole lot much more than there's a dictator, and you gotta stop the dictator from ruling the world. And as far as plots go, that's all we need, you know? There's a dictator, looks like Saddam Hussein. I mean, this game was made in the 90s, right? Okay. Try our best to survive. And, yeah, General Morden. He'll make some appearances during some of our boss fights. And, yeah, he's not so tough. He just happens to have, you know, like, some technology. There's another letter. 500 points. There's another guy who is kind of tough, and I think that we're either coming on him soon or we'll be coming on him sometime soon. Come on. I guess I had to use that opportunity to jump. Tight squeeze. Okay, we got it. Why did my bullet angle upwards? Why did I jump onto the bullet? Okay, sorry dudes. And in this game, as I said, we're playing a dude named Marco, who is basically the leader of Team Peregrine Falcon. And in other games, future games, he will be the first of about 4 choosable characters. Okay, that was a 1,000-point bonus. Go figure. And okay, there's the tough guy I was telling you about. And he's not so bad, he's just kind of hard to hit consistently. It's hard to feel like you're doing like significant damage to this guy. You can just like hit him a little tiny bit and run. But he's gonna start getting red in a minute. Come on, boy! Yeah, he's turning a nice crimson color. But he's also getting close. Yeah. Oh, you got me. Look at how red he is. Gotcha! That's a very funny character. I forgot his name. But he's a very funny character because this is one of those franchises. Yeah, of course, I should talk about the franchise. Come on, dude. You don't have like an unlimited supply, do you? Bam! Oh, my shotgun! Yeah, about the franchise itself. Again, doing a casual playthrough, I did not research entirely. Was that a guy in the bathroom? Is that a dude in the toilet we just shot? There's several games in the series. As far as I know, I think there's 6. Ooh, and I love this. I love how that comes down like that. Very, very cool animation for, I believe, 1996 when this was made. And the music also. Very, very great. And our next chance to get in the Metal Slug. And don't you take it away from me. I am tempting fate there by just shooting him point blank. Get him. There we go. So I believe that there was a total of 6 games. But as far as the arcades, I think there were 5. Please don't take away my Metal Slug. Get him, get him, get him. Oh, drats. Oh, my goodness. Well, at least we got our shotgun. And, as I said, there were 6 games. And... walk. Oh, okay, we lost it all. I'm sorry, it's hard to have a flowing narrative while I gotta do so many things at one time. But there were 6 games, and 5 of them were for the arcade, so 5 of them that you could play on this emulator that we can, use autofire. 6, I believe, was for, watch out, Metal Slug 6, I believe, was for, I could be totally wrong, so I don't really want to venture a guess, but I believe that was not an arcade game like the rest of them are. Oh, you got me. But the whole point was that there are, further iterations where, I know! There are further iterations of this game, the future games. Well, at least I got him. I can get one more. One more. Got him. Well, we saved 2. Kronos and Tokugawa. Tokugawa? Like the warlord? Okay. He didn't look Japanese to me. Anyways, as we go on to mission 4, we're actually already getting pretty close to the end. So basically, in the further iterations, you do get other... you see what I mean? If you're just blasting your way through, I would have lost that. If I were to just, do that, I would have had no chance to get the Metal Slug. So while this game does... No! You fool! That was totally unexpected and unwanted and unnecessary. Yeah, if you just press up... Oh, you got me. If you just, press up like that, then it takes you out of the Metal Slug. Sometimes you're just doing it because you're angling towards a certain direction. You don't want to get out, but you just accidentally set it off like that. So it's kind of annoying, but, you just got to be careful. Love these animations. And for the umpteenth time, what I've been trying to say so many times is that our hero, the leader of Team Peregrine Falcon, is Marco. In later games, we're going to get a lot of other characters to play. And in this, or perhaps the next game, one of the people that we can rescue is called Rumi Aikawa, Japanese girl. And I don't remember if she's in this game or not. But she's like one of the regular characters that we see. And her kind of thing is we're going to see her on the battlefield with a backpack. And, as she runs through the battlefield. I don't want to die, don't want to die. Died. As she runs through the battlefield. Oh, I got blasted by a tank point blank. She has like a... Oh, man. Come on. You can do better than that. As she runs through the battlefield, she'll have like a backpack that you can shoot. And then she'll usually give you like fruits or something like that. She's not like a significantly, huge, fighter. But she is kind of like this nostalgic character, like, keeps appearing in all the games. However, I haven't seen her yet, and I'm not sure if she appears in this game. Rumi Aikawa. And I think, oh, we've got another chance for our Metal Slug. Thank you. And in future games, there will also be... Oh, no chance to turn around. I'm sorry, buddy. I wanted to rescue that guy who was in the thing. Okay, I got my shotgun. In future games, there's going to be other chances. No! Took away my Metal Slug. Oh, just when there was gas, too. And why did my shot not come out? That guy just stabbed me point blank. Oh well. Like I said, this is a very fun, fun and run and gun kind of game. As much as you want to save everybody, you can't take it too personal. You can't get too mad about it. There'll be other guys to save. You live to fight another day, it's no problem. Do want to help these guys as best I can, but if I can't get them, then I can't get them. But it would be nice to have at least one person where we could see their name on the screen. And we got one! Private First Class Heinel. Very nice.
Mission complete.
And I believe 5? No, we have 6 missions. So again, the theme is that we're making fun of General Saddam Hussein. Ouch! But, so you can see, it seems like this is taking place in a, European setting. Whenever I see this, I'm like, oh, this is like some German town, right? Oh, too many bullets. See, they just keep on shooting in this regular pattern. It's really hard to get a bullet in. Flame shots. These are really odd things. And god dang, is that car tough. God dang, will you stop throwing things at me. Another further improvement we're going to see that's really funny, which happens in subsequent games, is that if you eat too much food, you'll get fat. And let's get the metal slug. So yeah, in subsequent games you can actually like get fat, and you'll have like these unique fat animations, and it's really, really funny. But this is the first one, so why did I do that? Okay, man. They say they make cars in Germany, they make them well, they're not lying. This is some great craftsmanship. I throw bomb after bomb and they're still not dying, they're still not getting destroyed. Yeah. Doh! Well, as I say, do the best you can. We can't save them all. We'll just try. If I can succeed... Ouch! If I can succeed at least getting one person per every level, I'll be very happy, because that doesn't happen all the time. I will often die before, before I can rescue anybody. And this is Metal Slug 1, so, again, everything is going to get improved, advanced, and further iterations. And doing such, rescuing somebody is nearly impossible for some of the future boss encounters. Ouch! But I try to at least, go out with all my guns shot, all my shots fired. One thing I don't like to do is like have bombs just sitting there. Come on, there we go. No motos, no motors, I guess. I try my very best not to press up, even though when you circle around like this, you kind of cycle your gun around, you'll often press forward. And it's like, oh, get off me. It's like the game is taking that as, oh, you're going to do your kamikaze move, right? Like, no, I'm not doing my kamikaze move. Where are they all coming from? When you get really close, you'll automatically go into melee, like all these guys are doing to me right now. These guys are like getting me with their melee move, their knife move. You yourself will do that if you're in very, very close proximity to the enemy, which is a good thing and a bad thing because it's strong. I think one hit from your your knife is stronger than a gun, but it's also slower. So just something that I'm going to mention when we get to like the next game is that, give me a second, is that when you're fighting like zombies, they're pretty tough, number one. Okay. We're gonna try our best to keep these guys alive. There we go. Alright. Cool. Yamada 2. Hyacinth. I don't know what that is. But we were successful in saving someone from every mission so far. And we are on our final mission. And I can see somebody in the bushes. Hi. Hi. Fruits. Just what I wanted. Okay, so we're doing quite good in our little playthrough here. We've been successful so far at saving at least somebody. I can almost guarantee when we move on to like the other metal slugs, I'm not going to be able to do that. So let's enjoy what we can while we can. I'm showing you my skill level now. I can play the game a little bit, but ah, they destroyed a metal slug. Burn. Let's take the high road when we can. Gives you more options for moving. Why did I do that? Alright. Well, like I said, when you can. Hey, buddy. I don't want to get run over. If you touch a tank, you'll get run over, so of course you want to avoid that. Pretty obvious, but... Ah! Why did I stand up? Oh, what should I do? My shotgun's gonna run out soon, but I like it. Yeah. Oh, you bastard. I should have ducked. I got ran over. Something I was just talking about. You're surprisingly tough, Mr. Tank. Okay. I guess if the tank's not moving, something like that will happen, where you'll like go through the treads. Come here, guys. And there he is again, General Morden. General Morden, I wanted to save that guy. And I'm gonna get that ribbon too. Alright, so now we can use this, which is nice, but makes you stationary. And that's a bit of an issue. So you don't want to just stand there while these guys are shooting you. Just try your best. I tried the best to keep the gun sweeping. And so sometimes it'll take out those guys like when they're right on you. But the control, it's backwards of what you'd expect. I have to push right to go left and vice versa. Ah. You see how he just came right in? Like, I know you're going to be right there stationary, so. Yeah. And again, if I were to just, you know, run and gun as fast as I can, these guys, these unfortunate prisoners, I would probably just accidentally kill them. Oh, that was stupid. They have this, you know, unique little bomb, which the more you hit it, the higher it goes. Oh, I love that animation. You see what I mean? Like, this already has high standards. High standards for animation. I'm loving it. You want to give it a little bit of time before you start blasted in front of you, so we actually have a chance to rescue these guys. Come on, guys. You know what, I'll just take that because I can shoot fast and I can run. Don't want to be stationary. It does not pay to be stationary. Well, we tried our best. Look at that animation. That is so beautiful. What an excellent high standard this game is set. Oh, he got me. If you want to know what that says on the bottom, it says Midoru-son. Midoru-son. If you're trying to read it in hiragana, I think that these older things like ships, like older signs and such, they're to be read backwards. Ah, you pinned me in the corner. Nothing I could have done. Again, we're just gonna say we're gonna try our best. Oh, slice it. Again, I'll count myself successful. I'll count myself doing a decent job if I can at least save one person before I die. More metal slugs in the background, I'm noticing. And I believe here is our last dude, General Morden. I try to concentrate my fire on him specifically. So you could get, I think it's possible to get him first, and I think it's possible to get the what he's in first, that helicopter first. I try to get him specifically. So that thing you can just jump over when it sweeps towards you. But there's a lot of stuff to be coming at us. This guy's not so hard. Boss encounters in future iterations get much, much more insane, but this guy's not that hard. Even though I say that, I got hit in a really stupid way. Come on, dude. That's not fair. Give me a little space. Rocket launcher. If I can just take this dude out, I will have saved one guy and I'll be very happy. Let's do our best not to get hit. There we go. Of course, there is a little, oh, that's dirty. Okay, but we have a chance to save somebody. Cheap! Cheap, I say. Oh, what can I say? We're both playing cheap. Look at that. Look at how many it puts right in front of me. I'm kind of hoping I'll have a chance to save at least one more person before I take him out. I think he's getting pretty close. Again, that was cheap. It's a very cheap sweep of rockets, or cheap sweep of fire. I guess you just kind of have to know what's coming in advance. If you don't know what's coming, there's not much you can do about it. It is way too fast. Maybe that's the whole point. Try to keep him towards the center so he can't do that to you. We're not doing bad, okay. Don't put way too many out there at once. Okay, we can do this. We can do this thing. Just don't sweep me. There we go. Ooh, he splatters in blood. We save one guy. We save Private First Class Hermes. And I am very satisfied with that.
Mission complete.
And there we go. I believe story-wise, recaptured prisoners 19, Not bad. We're gonna call ourselves SSS. Why not? I was trying to put SNKEveryday, but we don't have enough space for that. So yeah, SS, that'll have to do. And we got second place again. Not bad, not professional, but not bad. And I believe story-wise, again, the whole point was, look at this. This is really cool. You know, in a very typical, very easy way of saying, General Morden, he wanted the technology of the Metal Slug, perhaps. That's why there were so many, you know, broken ones in the background of the final stage. And he just wanted it so he could take over the world. And you know we can't let that happen. So, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're enjoying the credits right now. And I'll leave you to watch them in peace. Once again, thanks for coming along. Mite kurete. Arigatou gozaimasu. Sayonara.